Hey friends, Jason here for ChartGuys.com. Looks like a volatile day for KSS, so what I like to do in these situations is paint a picture of our technical analysis levels and show you guys how I address these sort of situations and just plan for the best possible outcomes in these periods of high volatility. So the first thing we need to do is realize we are in an area of price discovery. So it's very unlikely that we have a lot of information here that we can use for our price levels. And the first thing we have to do is go back in time and see if there's anything that remotely resembles a price level that we can use. So the first thing I'm going to do is go back, look at my daily chart, see what's happening up here. And I know that on the weekly chart, we've got a little bit of a pattern to worry about. We'll get to that in a second. But on the daily time frame, I'm seeing a little bit of support around 57.89. We can see multiple touches here, and a little bit of confirmation there, and a very close touch here within a few cents here, I would say. What's our low? 57.89 to 57.89. Okay, so an exact touch. Definite support levels there to be watching. How does that correlate with our day? Let's look at the 5-minute time frame. We can see that we came up to that level, got very close to it before pulling back and moving to the downside, getting close to testing that lower day support. So that's the next thing we need to paint into our chart. Is going to be this lower day, 54.15. Let's go back to the daily chart, see what's going on. Is there any support at that area? You can make a case for it, but I'm not going to worry too much about what's going on over here. I'm going to focus on the fact that that was my lower day, and I'm going to play it as a 5-minute level going into the rest of the week here. Weekly time frame, I alluded to something going on up there. You could make a very strong case for a head and shoulders pattern both here and in the overall, and now it looks like we're breaking to the downside. Our neckline has been broken by this gap, and now we are seeing a lot of momentum and a lot of weight pushing us to the downside. So that's something we need to be very conscious of as we're trading KSS on the daily or even on the 5-15 minute time frames. So lots of emphasis to the downside. We've got a little bit of support at 54.14. I would also say we've got weekly support right down to the low here at 52.53, something that we can keep keeping in the back of our minds. But let's check out the 5-minute time frame and see what may happen going into the rest of the week, or at least the next couple days. We'll see how long we cover this. So KSS 5-minute time frame rejected from the high of the afternoon. Let's see, our high was 57.71, so about 20 cents away from that daily support level, pulling back, and we're in a consistent 5-minute downtrend right now heading into after hours. EMA 12 was never taken back. So what we got to be watching for, assuming is that we get a continuation of this trend opening in this area, is going to be a reaction to testing the 54.15 level. We may bounce off that and have a little bit of an opportunity, but if 54.15 fails, our next target is going to be 52.53. Should that fail, we've got a long way to go on the weekly time frame before we run into any sort of support. So we need to be conscious of the fact we might be in a little bit of a, well, unsupportive environment. Going back to the daily time frame, if we are able to get over our key level of 57.89, what we would like to see is establishing a more consistent time frame for our intervals. And what I mean by that is we just need to get a nice solid trend. So we don't really have a 15-minute trend in any really strong direction right now, and that's what we want to see develop. We want to see this set as a higher low. Now I'm making a case for the bulls here in case you didn't catch that. I just previously looked at a loss of 50.53. Now I'm looking at it from a bull's perspective. What I want to see here is a new higher low established right around where we are and come back up, set a new high above 57.18. It may backtest and hold. That's the perfect scenario before moving up. What's more likely to happen is we are going to see minor resistance and support at 57.89 going forward. We're going to pull back from this level, set a new high, a higher high over our previous 15 minutes, come down and set a new higher low, and ultimately what we end up with is a nice situation where we get some trend lines forming, we establish more long-term positions or sentiments rather, and we see the price moving up and giving the opportunity for long-term price levels to establish. This is a new area of price discovery, and we need to see what happens and how things develop from here. A lot of volatility, a lot of unknown. I've given a couple scenarios. Perhaps they'll happen, maybe they won't, but technical analysis is all about reacting to the conditions that are present. We're not trying to make crazy forecasts and expect alarming accuracy, although that is nice when it works out. We're all about planning for outcomes, looking for potentials, and trying to profit from those situations as they develop. So if you're interested in learning more about what we do with technical analysis, come check out ChartGuys.com. We absolutely love this stuff. We got thousands of people in our community that just talk charts all day, every day, and it's amazing. Check it out. Thank you for watching, and good luck in KSS if you're trading it tomorrow. Watch out for those key levels.